Hey guys, Alex Khan here, and we are in for a treat. We are going to take a look at my favorite Predator from the Predator movies, all of them. This guy, this is the famous Wolf Predator, and he was from the 2007 Aliens vs. Predator Requiem movie. And he's got a lot of goodies. I've never opened this in my life. Nice little picture of him on the side. And then here you can see some other figures that were available at the same time. I would love to get the unmasked Scar Predator, but I definitely had a preference for the masked version. I kind of prefer my Predators to have their biomasks on, but for this guy, I want both versions. So let's go ahead and take this guy out of the box. All right, so you guys know my plan of attack whenever opening this type of box. I always go for this bottom area here so I can do the least damage to it. I'm probably just going to toss it anyways, but this is how I do it. Oh man, this is an ancient package, guys. I feel almost bad doing this. Alright, I'm destroying this package. Something just flew out. I believe it was the med pack. Hold on. Yeah, the med pack is what flew out of the packaging when I kind of ripped it out. I don't see his whip here. Shoot. I think his whip was his most iconic weapon. I think the reason why they don't have it with this package is because maybe they only put it with the unmasked version. So I definitely have even more reasons to get the unmasked version now, because I wanted his freaking whip. So looks like twisties on the back to secure the wolf. So let's start untwisting. All right, I've taken out all of the twisties on the bottom or on the back. So I can wiggle out this compy stick. This one feels really fragile. So I think they used to make it different back in the day. Alright, so looking at his accessories, yeah, again, here is the combi stick, which I feel like is really fragile. Here is his med pack. Here is his plasma caster. And then this is going to be his backpack that we secure to his back. Alright, so before I put his stuff on, I'm going to try to articulate him, and I already know for a fact that he doesn't articulate that well. This is very old school NECA design. So, here's how you swivel his arm. Do you see that? How it's kind of cut right here? Oh, that is really primitive. I knew that buying this guy that he was going to be like this, but I didn't care. And yeah, there is no flexibility on his pelvic region here. It just swivels by the thigh. See that? It does go up and down though. See that? Very, very old school. Yikes, that's really bad. He bends at the knees. That's good. He does feel really sturdy though. His feet go left and right. Not so much up and down though, but it does go left and right. There is no articulation on his hips, not even a left and right motion. His shoulders, you can extend them outward like this. See that? Not much though. His head, you can see, he goes left and right, and kind of up and down. Not much. So yeah, I knew that he was gonna be this. Like this, basically like a statue with very minimal articulation, and now I'm gonna have a hard time standing him up. Oh, I noticed that he does have wrist blades here, and they seem to be moving. So, oh yeah, the wrist blades come way out. See that? All right, so I do want to put his accessories on. Let's put his wrist blades back in, and let's put in this thing. It's gonna go right into this open concave area here, this socket. The dreadlocks are in the way as normal. And I see the slot for his plasma caster. So it's going to insert into this little hole here. And then you can actually move it around a little bit. See that? I believe he had 2 plasma casters, right, in the movie? And at some point, he actually used his plasma caster as a handgun. All right, here is the med pack. It's gonna go right here. Oh, there's very little room here. I'm gonna slide this between his backpack and his plasma caster here. Yeah, it's going to go in like that. There you go. Now, unlike the newer figures, the med pack goes in really snugly, so at least that feels really secure. And then we'll stick this backpack in. So that's what his back looks like. And then finally, to complete the look, let's give him his combi stick. They're perfect. All right, that's what he looks like with all of his gear on. So very, very sweet. Now, again, no whip. Because when he takes his whip out to fight the Pred alien, I thought that was the coolest thing ever. Because you don't see any predators using a whip. So that made him really distinctive. So yeah, I thought this was like the coolest predator ever, and I think a lot of people agree with me. This guy, gets that distress signal from the scout ship. He finds out that the aliens start infesting a part of Earth. So he goes in by himself. No clanmates. He goes in by himself, and he just starts to lay to waste humans and xenomorphs alike. And finally, he does come face to face with the Pred alien who popped out at the end of AVP. And this guy is holding his own against the Pred alien. And it's not until the humans interfere that the fight ends, because at that point it looked almost like a draw, but I feel like Wolf was adapting to the Pred alien, but that's when the humans dropped a nuke to stop the alien infestation. And it ends the fight. But for this guy, his history is going to be glorious, having that kind of a death, going out in a blaze of glory. And he took out countless aliens. It's just incredible how he did it. Because in AVP, man, those Youngbloods had a hard time taking out even just one xenomorph. But this guy was wiping them out left and right, all by himself. Unfortunately, the movie that he was in, AVP Requiem, is one of the worst Predator movies ever made. The only Predator movie worse than that was the 2018 Predator movie called The Predator. Alright, I want to do a height comparison with Wolf Predator and some other NECA action figures. That's him next to the Dead End Batman Predators. Here he is standing next to the Colonial Marines from the Aliens movie. I think Wolf would have loved fighting the Colonial Marines. That would have been a great fight. Here he is next to some Lost Predators, and these are the newest of NECA's releases at the time that I made this video. Here's the Ultimate Scout, and here is the Ultimate Armored Lost Predator. Here he is next to some AVP Predators. Over here is Scar, who we can thank later for the Pred alien. Over here is a Chopper, and right over here is the Ancient One. And here I tried to squeeze in the Pred alien next to the Wolf, and these two are historic rivals. So yeah, all in all, even though I knew what I was getting into when I bought this static figure, I am still very pleased with this figure. In fact, again, I am going to get the unmasked version of this guy, mainly for the whip, and then also I want to get the cloaked version of this guy too. And hopefully in the future, NECA does release this guy with new articulation, make an ultimate version of him. But yeah, this guy, he was unstoppable. All that experience that he had, just the way that he hunted, it was just amazing. It's just a shame that he got stuck in that terrible movie, AVP Requiem, famous for the dark lighting of most of its action sequences. Not all of them, but a lot of them. And of course, the human scenes were terrible. So let's just hope that NECA gives this guy a more respectable release of a figure in the future.